Have you ever tried catching a bull by its horns while juggling a dozen flaming swords? Well, I'm telling you, that's what life feels like when you're not focused. Stick around and I'm going to give you some real tools to deal with distractions and get more done. And welcome to the Restaurant Coach Podcast. It is the cure for the common restaurant. I'm Donald Burns, the restaurant coach, author of Your Restaurant Sucks Trilogy, Savage Restaurant Success, and the creator of the TRC method. Distractions come at you from every angle, like relentless mosquitoes on a hot summer night. But here's the thing, to succeed in the savage restaurant business, you've got to master the art of focus. Remember, it's not just a luxury, it's a damn necessity. In the savage realm of the restaurant business, distractions are the devil's playground, and you're the unwitting player. So picture this. You're in the middle of this battlefield, but instead of the enemy charging at you with swords drawn, it's distractions attacking you from all sides. It's the relentless buzz of orders in the sweltering kitchen. It's the clinking of glasses and people dropping stuff, the hum of conversations at the bar. It's a never-ending parade of so-called urgent problems that land on your plate just like a festering pile of hot steaming garbage. I mean, one moment you're dealing with a guest who's pissed off because their steak is colder than the Arctic, and then the next, your health inspector is banging on the door of the restaurant, ready to find any excuse to shut you down. And your sous chef, in a spectacular display of culinary acrobatics, slices his finger open, and of course, the food delivery is late once again. Now, among this chaos, you've got staff issues, inventory problems, and bills that are piling up faster than you can mutter chef special. And no, I'm not watching your restaurant from hidden cameras. I've actually lived this hell when I owned my own restaurants. In this swirling madness, your brain is on a never-ending roller coaster, jumping from one crisis to the next. Remember, you're not leading, you're just reacting. And let me tell you what, that is a recipe for unmitigated disaster in this business. Distractions are the silent killer of your focus, of your energy, and of your restaurant's success. They sneak in when you least expect it, diverting your attention from what truly matters. They are like thieves in the night, stealing your time and leaving you with nothing but chaos and unfilled potential. You see, the savage restaurant business demands a leader who can cut through the noise, who can sift through the chaos, and who can discern what truly deserves attention. It requires someone who can master the art of focus and prioritize like a battle-hardened general on the front lines. So here's the harsh truth. If you allow distractions to run rampant in your restaurant, you are signing a death warrant for yourself. Your restaurant's going to become a sinking ship and you're going to be a captain going down with it. But, and this is a big but, if you learn to master focus, if you can identify what truly matters amidst the storm, you're going to become the commander of your destiny. You'll steer your restaurant towards success, not into the abyss of failure. So of course, the choice is yours. Will you let distractions rule your restaurant, or will you rise above the chaos and take the helm of unwavering focus? The savage restaurant world doesn't forgive indecisive. It rewards those who can cut through the noise and claim their rightful place at the top. So let's talk about the power of ruthless prioritization. All right, let's cut the crap and get straight to the meat of the matter. Focus isn't just about doing one thing at a time. It's about unleashing the power of ruthless prioritization. It's about taking charge and declaring, I decide what's essential and I'll be damned if I don't focus on it. So listen closely, because this is a truth that you need to tattoo in your brain. Not everything that screams for your attention deserves it. Take a second and let me say that one more time. Not everything that's screaming for your attention deserves it. In fact, most of the noise around you is just that, noise. It's a cacophony of distractions, time-sucking vampires, and traps that are strategically designed to keep you from doing what truly matters. So picture this. You're in the midst of a battlefield. Your troops are limited. Your resources are scarce. You can't afford to send your soldiers chasing after butterflies when the enemy is pounding at the gates. I mean, it's a matter of life and death. Well, in the restaurant business, it's no different. Your resources, time, energy, money, and manpower, they are finite. You've got to deploy them where they count the most. Ruthless prioritization isn't a choice. It is a survival tactic. It's your compass in the chaotic jungle of the restaurant world. It's what separates the successful restaurant owners from the ones drowning in a sea of mediocrity. So let's break it down. In a restaurant, you are bombarded daily with a barrage of tasks, issues, and demands. You've got guests to satisfy, staff to manage, orders to process, bills to pay, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's easy to be overwhelmed, to lose yourself in the chaos, and to think that juggling everything at the same time is the path to success. That's a dangerous illusion, my friend. Success in this business doesn't come from being a jack of all trades. It comes from being a master of what truly matters. It's about recognizing that all tasks are not created equal. Some move the needle while others do nothing more than become a distraction masquerading as priorities. Your time, that precious resource, should be devoted to activities that drive your restaurant forward. It should be spent on tasks that fill your seats, satisfy your guests, and actually fatten the bottom line. Anything else is a waste, a drain of your energy, and a betrayal of your restaurant's potential. So picture this scenario. You have a limited number of cooks in your kitchen. You can't have them all simultaneously perfecting a new dessert recipe. You can't have them all reorganizing the storage room at the same time. You can't have them all dealing with one guest complaint. No, you deploy them where their skills are most needed. I mean, they cook, they create, they work on making culinary masterpieces. They satisfy your guests' cravings. That's ruthless prioritization in action. Now, take that same principle and apply it to every facet of your restaurant. Identify the core tasks, the critical activities, and the high impact moves that are going to propel your restaurant towards success. And then put your resources, your time, your energy, your money, and your manpower into those areas with laser-like focus. You see, it's not about being busy. It's about being productive. It's about knowing what truly matters and being ruthless about pursuing it. It's about grabbing the bull by the horns, not the butterfly by the wings. This is the power of ruthless prioritization, and it is the secret weapon of successful restaurant owners who refuse to be distracted by the noise and instead choose to dominate the battlefield. All right, let's jump into today's mini sermon. This is your battle-hardened relevance filter, your secret weapon against the chaotic circus of the restaurant world. Focus isn't just some skill you pick up. It's your path to domination. It's that edge that sharpens your vision like a sniper locking onto its target. It hacks through the fog of confusion and steers you away from the seductive siren song of distractions. In the restaurant battleground, focus is your Excalibur. I mean, that blade that will carve a path through this madhouse. So please, write this down. You need clarity of vision. Let's kick this off with a cold slap of reality. Trying to run your restaurant without a crystal clear vision is like trying to drive blindfolded through a minefield. I mean, pure lunacy. You need a vision, but not any vision, a blinding, unmistakable one. Is your restaurant going to be the go-to burger spot with patties so freaking juicy that they're practically oozing rebellion? Or are you gunning for a high-end dining experience that leaves your guests just kind of slack-jawed in admiration? I mean, when you nail that vision down, and you can see how your focus just becomes your guiding star through the chaos. Never forget the 80-20 rule, right? So let's talk about this 80-20 rule. I've mentioned this before in all of my books. It is so powerful. 80% of your results, yes, they come from 20% of your efforts. I mean, this isn't no bullshit notion. This is your cash cranking sledgehammer. Find that 20%, the dishes, the tasks, the strategies that fill your cash register faster than a quick draw on a Western, and then make them your focus bullseye. Those other things, I mean, they're like empty calories on your menu, and they need to hit the chopping block. Focus on the vital few and watch your profits swell like a tsunami. Remember this, saying no is a superpower. I mean, I get it. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry throws their 2 cents at you. New ideas, problems, opportunities. They all come crashing in like a hurricane. You can't let them all in. Saying no isn't a weakness. It's a show of strength. It's how you protect your focus, your energy, and your restaurant's future. Remember, when you say yes to one thing, you're slamming the door on something else. And that something else might just be a game changer. And don't forget about time blocking. I mean, imagine you're a surgeon and your restaurant's your patient and your patient's on the operating table. You can't be cracking open your rib cage and also be checking the prostate at the same time. Sorry. Each task demands your undivided attention. Enter time blocking. I talk about this in my little booklet, Outstanding Mindset. It is like surgery for your schedule. Allocate specific time chunks to specific tasks. It is precision, baby. I mean, wave goodbye to multitasking, which, by the way, is about as real as a unicorn, and embrace the art of going all in on one thing at a time. Another thing you should develop to help breaking free from distractions is create a focus ritual. I mean, have you ever heard of a focus ritual? It's kind of like your secret handshake with your most critical task. Create a ritual, and basically it's almost like just a set of actions or habits that sends a clear message to your brain. Now it's time to focus, like my life depends on it. I mean, some people light a candle, some people cue up some music, some people start a little timer, a little alarm clock. Whatever you do that's going to put you into that deep, deliberate state, that's what you need. Your brain thrives on routines, and a focus ritual can be the magic wand that ushers you straight into that zone, no questions asked. Never also underestimate the power of deep work. Deep work is your nuclear option. This is the art of plunging headfirst into a single, mentally demanding task while locking distractions out like a fortress. Picture yourself in a soundproof chamber while the world outside goes up in flames. You don't hear it, you don't pay attention to it. In your restaurant, deep work is your secret weapon for slaying the dragons of tasks that truly move the needle. I mean, something like crafting a new menu, diving into your financials, plotting marketing master strokes. You gotta learn how to filter out the noise. I mean, distractions are the devil's orchestra, and your restaurant is front row of the concert. Pans clanging in the kitchen, phones ringing, guests yakking. It's a constant symphony of chaos, but guess what? You can be the conductor. I mean, noise canceling headphones, a corner of your restaurant quiet as a ghost town, maybe a designated little quiet time in your office. That's your tools and that's your weapons to cut through distractions like a seasoned samurai. And don't ever forget the zen of single tasking. Remember, multitasking is a trap. When you're juggling a dozen things at once, I mean, you're not a culinary ninja. If you do that, you're just a circus clown juggling knives. And here's the thing, the audience is waiting for you to stab yourself in the foot. You need to embrace the zen of single tasking. Lock onto one thing, give it everything you got, and watch how you conquer it just like a boss. And every once in a while, you want to embrace a no phone zone. Let's talk about that cursed smartphone. They are a blessing and a curse rolled into one. While they offer instant access to knowledge and connectivity, they're also a gateway to distraction hell. Establish a no phone zone for yourself, especially during specific times or tasks in your restaurant. When I do focus blocks, I turn my phone on Do Not Disturb. I turn it upside down so I'm not drawn into the distraction of it, and I push it away from me. Right? That means also like no email checks, no scrolling through Instagram, and definitely no texting your BFF about last night's basketball game. You got to sever that digital leash, and you're going to start to feel your focus sharpen up like a blade. And last, if you want to avoid distractions, you got to review and reflect. Make focus your relentless habit. And here's the thing about these habits, you have to scrutinize it regularly. I mean, what worked? What crashed and burned? Where did distractions sneak in like a party crasher at a VIP gala? How do you sharpen your focus even more? By constantly analyzing your focusing strategies and make sure they're honed in like a razor blade. In this battlefield of restaurant leadership, focus isn't a choice. It's your lifeline. It's your cleaver that separates those that rise above the chaos from those that are swallowed by it. Sharpen your focus, and you're not only going to do more in less time, but you're also going to reclaim your throne over your restaurant's destiny. So, my fellow restaurant warriors, get a grip on focus like a vice, because in this merciless world, it is your lifeline. Master the art of ruthless prioritization. Slash through the noise like a sushi chef wielding a katana, and watch your restaurant not just survive, but thrive amid the maddening sea of distractions. Remember that bull I mentioned at the very beginning? Well, here's the thing. You're the matador, and distractions, they're the charging bulls. You have to stay focused, you have to stay relevant, and you have to stay ahead in the savage restaurant business. Hey, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button before you leave, and please share this video with someone that you feel might need to hear this message. And for those of you that really want to get a grip on prioritization and get the fast track to 4xing your profits and getting your life back from your restaurant, then please grab a seat at my free 2-hour TRC Method Masterclass. It is a live training. That means live, no replays. Just head over to restaurantcoachmasterclass.com and save your seat right now.